Hi guys. I just wanted to pop on and just give you guys a minor update on things that nothing that So I had a funeral to go to today. No one that was in my immediate family, but it did affect someone in my immediate family, and it's just been a tragedy. I won't talk about it because it's not my story to tell, but it's just rocked my world and my family's world, and I just, I haven't been replying too much to emails recently in the past week. And I know that you guys know that it's been hectic with my mom and Etsy and just everything, private reads, and this just kind of shook it all up. And so I'm just still kind of getting my grip here. Just shocking. I don't even know what to say, but that's what's been happening. So I have not responded to many emails. There's been a few that I've responded to, and I'm going to try my best to get back into the groove of everything and do what I gotta do. Get back into the routine. One holiday down, one to go, right? I have to admit that I'm not a big holiday person. I think as you get older, it just kind of, that excitement, that, I don't know, yeah, so I'm ready to get Christmas over with, and I'm ready to just start the new year and start fresh and go on from there. So anyway, I do want to, this isn't about me, I just wanted to update you guys as to why I haven't been as active on YouTube as I normally am. I am going to try to get right back into the groove and just do what I gotta do. So many reads that I want to do. I know I've been saying that. You're probably tired of hearing me say that I want to do these reads, and I'm going to do these reads tonight or tomorrow, and I never do them, so I am so sorry. I am so sorry, guys. I do want to do another read on the Idaho 4 murders. Again, another senseless thing that didn't have to happen. I was watching yesterday about the little girl, Athena. What the hell is wrong with people nowadays? What the hell is wrong with people? This little girl just playing outside her home. Well, it's just, I don't know. I don't understand. I don't get it. And now this family has to deal with that loss, and it wasn't necessary. Didn't have to happen. And then you've got all of these victims' families that have to deal with this, and it's so unfair. It's so unfair that they have to deal with this because it didn't have to happen. You've got these young college students, the age of my own children. So I cannot fathom what these families are going through right now, because it just didn't have to happen. Kaylee was graduating. She was starting her life. She was getting ready to go into that next chapter. They were all going to get to that point to where they were going to go on to the next chapter. And now they can't. Now they won't. And I don't know why. Because of somebody being evil? Because somebody has mental health issues? That's why? Maybe because somebody had hurt feelings because they were rejected? Is it getting to the point now where you can't even look at somebody the wrong way because you're fearful that you might make them turn around and stab you or shoot you? Is that what we live in now? I mean, it's scary. It's a scary world right now. So I do want to do a second reading. I will be doing a second reading on just the perpetrator in the Idaho fort. I just want to focus on the perpetrator. I know a lot of you, and I thank you guys for the comments on the last video. A lot of you mentioned that Ethan was a triplet, and at that time of the reading, for some reason, I had it in my mind that he was a twin, not a triplet, and I just didn't think about it. It just didn't click. And so the fact that it came through on that reading so profoundly, there is a reason why it came out. It didn't just come out to say he's a triplet. It came out because there's some significance to it. What's the significance? I've kept thinking about it, and I'm like, okay, what's the significance with the 3? What is the reason why the triplets keep coming up? And in my heart of heart, my gut, it tells me that these 3, okay, because they all go to the same college, right? They all attend the same college. I feel like this person is in the inner circle, and all 3 siblings probably are familiar with this person. There's someone in this circle. This inner circle, that is close and is just being, I don't know if they're just being overlooked, or it's just one of those things where you're like, oh, no way, that person, no. That's what I feel like it is. Now, we know that authorities can lie to us, right? So authorities can come out and say this person's been cleared or that person's been cleared, but for all we know, maybe that person is on their radar. And that's how I feel like it is right now. There's been so much misinformation in regards to this case. You know, everybody, there seems to be a lot of speakers and no consistency. You've got the prosecutor doing interviews, you've got the coroner coming out and saying this, you've got authorities saying that, and all the information seems to be contradicting one another. Was there a person that was a target? Was it a house that was the target? I don't believe it has anything to do with the actual property. I believe that the target was the house because the person that was targeted was in that house. So I don't think that it has anything to do with the actual house per se. But that's so confusing, you know. It's just like, okay, so we just all speculate, right? That's just what we do. We do that on YouTube. We speculate. But I feel like this person is a little bit closer to home than we're thinking. A little bit closer than a neighbor. I agree that the neighbor is somebody that you have to raise an eyebrow to, right? Because we are so used to strange and crazy things on YouTube. We're still coming off the heels of Kylie Rodney, where Kylie Rodney had a group of friends that we were all side-eyeing like crazy for legitimate reason. I still have issues with Sammy Smith. I think Sammy Smith knows way more than what she's ever led to the public. So when people in YouTube or creators, viewers, when we see somebody coming out, we start really looking at everything that they're doing, everything that they're saying, their mannerisms, their posture, their words. If anything seems askew, we target in on that. And that's just the way it is. I have been asked to draw cards on the neighbor. I don't necessarily pick anything up from the neighbor, but I can absolutely, when I do the reading on the perpetrator, I can definitely pull a few cards on the neighbor as well and see what comes out. But I don't feel like there's anything there that, you know, is really kind of pointing to the neighbor. Mainly, the reason why I'm feeling that way is because I feel in my heart of hearts, in my gut, that this has something to do with someone much, much closer to either all of these victims or one of them. This is closer than a neighbor. So that's why I'm not really kind of pulling towards him. But I'll definitely draw cards. And then, you know, the girls, the surviving roommates, I'm just absolutely, my heart goes out to those girls because they're victims too. You know, they're surviving victims, but they're victims nonetheless. And I thought about it, and I literally was really thinking about the details of what they have to go through. You know, going back into that home to get their personal belongings. You know, do they have to go back into that house? Is that house the same? I don't know how a crime scene works. I don't know how long it takes to, you know, clean up. I don't know who's responsible for cleanup. I don't know anything like that. I don't even know if the house has been released for them to be able to even go back in and get their personal belongings. Or if it can be somebody else. Or how about, where do they lay their head at night now? Because that was their home. These are college students after all. So I'm assuming that financially, you know, I don't know what their finances are. I don't know if they have families that, you know, they could go back and, you know, live with someone or call another residence their home now. But they've got a lot of stuff going on, and I absolutely have never picked up anything to do with the surviving roommates. I just really feel sorry for them because they're going through their own trauma. There's survivor's guilt. There's, oh my God, it could have been me. What if I had woken up? You can go through all these questions all day long. And I would imagine that that's what they're doing. Even their family, knowing that their child was that close to this tragedy, it has such a ripple effect. It has such a ripple effect. So if anything, I feel like the surviving roommates just need time to grieve their own way and to deal with whatever it is that they're going to have to deal with. But I don't think that there's anything suspicious. And you know, I have watched a little bit here and there recently. I haven't had a whole lot of time to watch a whole lot of videos, but I did watch, I can't remember if it was Harsh Reality or if it was ICMEL. It was one of the two. I want to say it was Harsh Reality, I think. But I did watch where they put up a statement. I think it was a statement by someone who was there the day that the roommates discovered what happened. And it really kind of answered a lot of questions as far as, you know, why were authorities, or why was 911 being told that there was somebody unconscious? You know, how did they sleep through? It just really, this statement really cleared up a lot of things. And it's just a reminder to us that, you know, sometimes when authorities say something, they're saying it for a reason. You know, we're all sitting here, we've got bits and pieces of the puzzle, and we're trying to make things fit. You know, we're asking, well, who called 911 on the roommate's phone? How could it be somebody else when it was the roommate's phone? Is this person potentially the killer? But it made so much sense with the information that came out that these girls were traumatized and they ran out of that house to the point to where one apparently faints. The other one isn't able to make any heads or tails of anything going on. And somebody close to them, I don't know if it's a friend, you know, somebody that lived next door, but they see what's going on. They rush to the situation. They call 911 from that person's phone, and there you go. And it makes so much sense. So, you know, there's just things that I guess we have to just take as is what the authorities are saying and just go with that and hope that, you know, this is solved sooner than later. So I just wanted to say that I don't feel like there's anything suspicious with the surviving roommates. I don't really feel like there's anything going on with the neighbor. I feel like it's closer. And if anything, I feel like if there were a neighboring home that I would look twice at, it would be the frat house. That would be where I would kind of peek my eye to, or raise an eyebrow at. There's something there with that. So I do want to do another reading, and that reading is going to be very soon, and just see what comes out. The weapon was something that was important, obviously, right? We don't need cards to tell us that. We know that the weapon, and I've had a couple of people that did email me right after I did the reading, and so one particular person asked if I could, you know, read on where that weapon could potentially be. So, you know, no promises that we can really narrow it down to a particular location, but I do feel like this person does not have it on their person. They took that weapon with them and they've put it somewhere, but it's not on their person, but it's somewhere that they feel is going to be safe. So we'll see what else can come out for that as well. But yeah, the whole thing is just it's just horrible. It just seems like every day we turn on the news and there's just something else that you know, tragic that has happened, and it's just too often anymore. I don't know. But anyway, guys, I'm about home. I'll be home in a few minutes, and I am going to go home, and I don't think I'm really going to do much of anything today, to be honest with you. I am just exhausted, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually exhausted. I'm going to change my clothes, take my bra off, tie my hair back, get back into my groove, okay, where I can function. I know you, TMI, right? You guys don't want to know that I take my bra. Yeah, I only wear a bra when I absolutely have to, but I'm just gonna relax and call it a day. And I don't know. I'm trying to think about when I can put up our Christmas tree. I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood to put up a tree right now. And then on top of that, I looked at it the other day. We have an artificial tree, a pre-lit artificial tree. And I went out into the garage, and man, it is behind about 57 other boxes. And I'm just like, oh my God. And then because of everything that's been going on, we forgot our trash pickup this week, and we forgot our recycling. So because of that, we are using our yard waste in our second recycling box, or our second recycling can, for trash bags until tomorrow. Okay, so trash won't be picked up until tomorrow, so we got to try to make it work until then. But in the meantime, because we missed recycling, I've got about 4,474,865 boxes just sitting in the garage right now, and the tree is behind every single one of them. So I'm thinking about maybe going out there and moving them one by one and seeing if I can actually just put this tree up and do a little bit of cleaning and maybe vacuum and dust and kind of put some holiday spirit into the house. I don't know. My heart is not in it, though. My heart's not in it, and I didn't even realize that it was December 1st. This whole thing that happened, it threw me for such a loop that I forgot that December 1st was December 1st, and I haven't even finished my mom's apartment yet. Haven't even finished her apartment. So I'm gonna have to go there. I have to go to Dowagiac to visit my mom on Tuesday because she is having a care conference, and I'm gonna be in attendance to that. So I have to be there in town at 11:30. When that is over with, I'm gonna go straight to the apartment and I'm gonna finish up what I gotta finish up. It's pretty much already done. There's just a few things that I have to do, and then I have to turn in the keys, and then I'll be done with that. But when December 1st came, I thought to myself, oh my God, it's December 1st. I forgot the apartment. I forgot all about it. There's just so much stuff going on. I just never thought about it. So I've got to do that. I'll do that Tuesday. My oldest son is getting his wisdom teeth pulled on Monday, so I've got that going on Monday. In fact, the care conference was supposed to be Monday, but then I forgot that my son was getting his wisdom teeth pulled. He's 27, but I'm still taking him. So I had to call back and postpone or canceled, so they rescheduled it for Tuesday. So I'm going to do everything that I can get done on Tuesday done. And today I'm just planning on relaxing, maybe putting that tree up. I'll let you guys know if I actually get the tree up or not. No promises on that. And then tomorrow I would like to do a reading. There were a couple of emails. I did finally open my email today. I haven't opened my email in like 4 days. So there's a couple people that I need to respond to. I probably won't get to those until Tuesday evening, or maybe even Wednesday, to be honest with you. So that's why I said in the beginning of this video, I'm just ready for the holidays to be over, because it's just and the tree, putting up a tree, you know, it's just to go through the motions of putting up a tree. You know, I don't feel Christmassy or anything. I've been trying to bake a little bit. I did make some Christmas crack the other day, and some Buckeyes, and just trying to do a little bit of something so that, you know, there was some holiday spirit in the house. But I don't know, I might just have to go home and force myself and make some treats, do a little bit of baking, go out, dig out that tree, put it up, and be done. So if I can get that done, I'll be happy today. Anyway, all right, guys, I've vented enough. I thank you guys for listening. I thank you guys for all of your support and your patience, most of all, your kind words and your understanding. And I will talk to you guys later. Have a great weekend.